Welcome back to my Book of Mormon Summers. We're in Alma chapter 57. And now it came to pass that I received an epistle from Ammoron, the king of Lamanites, stating that if I would deliver up those prisoners of war whom we had taken, then he would deliver up the city of Antipara unto us. But I sent an epistle to the king that we were sure our forces were sufficient to take the city of Antipara by our force, and by delivering up the prisoners for that city we would suppose ourselves unwise, and that we would only deliver up prisoners on exchange. For the people of Antipara did leave the city and fled to other cities which they had possession of to fortify them, and thus the city of Antipara fell into our hands. At length their provisions did arrive, and they were about to enter the city by night, and we, instead of being Lamanites, were Nephites. Therefore we did take them and their provisions. And it came to pass that not many days had passed away before the Lamanites began to lose all hopes of succor or food. Therefore they yielded up the city into our hands, and thus we had accomplished our designs in obtaining the city Cumini. For behold, they would break out in great numbers, and would fight with stones and with clubs, or whatever thing they could get into their hands, insomuch that we did slay upwards of 2,000 of them after they had surrendered themselves prisoners of war. The remainder of our army were about to give way before the Lamanites. Behold, those 2,060 were firm and undaunted. Yea, they did obey and observe to perform every word of command with exactness. Of my 2,060, they added 60. There was not one who did perish, neither was there one who had not received many wounds. And it came to pass that our prisoners did hear the cries of the Lamanites, which caused them to take courage, and they did rise up in rebellion against us. And it came to pass, because of their rebellion, we did cause that our swords should come upon them. And it came to pass that they did run in a body upon our swords, in the which the greater number of them were slain. And the remainder of them broke through and fled from us. And now behold, it came to pass that our next object was to obtain the city of Manti. But behold, there was no way that we could lead them out of the city by our small bands. For behold, they remembered that which we had hitherto done, therefore we could not decoy them away from their strongholds. It came to pass that we did wait in these difficult circumstances for the space of many months, even until we were about to perish for the want of food. The Lord, our God, did visit us with assurances. He did speak to our souls, and did grant us great faith. And it came to pass that the Lamanites did follow after us with a great speed, for they were exceedingly desirous to overtake us, that they might slay us. Therefore they did follow us into the wilderness, and we did pass by in the midst of Gid and Tiamner, insomuch that they were not discovered by the Lamanites. And it came to pass that Gid and Tiamner by this means had obtained possession of their strongholds. And it came to pass that we took our course, having travelled much in the wilderness towards the land of Zarahemla. And because of this our march in the night time, behold, on the morrow we were beyond the Lamanites, insomuch that we did arrive before them at the city of Manti. And now when Moroni saw that the city of Nephites was lost, he was exceedingly sorrowful, and began to doubt, because of the wickedness of the people, whether they should not fall into the hands of their brethren. Moroni complains to Pahoran, the chief judge. But behold, this is not all. Ye have withheld your provisions from us, insomuch that many have fought and bled out their lives because of this great desires which they had for the welfare of this people. Yea, and this they have done, and when they are about to perish with hunger, because of your exceedingly great neglect towards them. He complains a lot to Pahoran. And now, Pahoran says, in your epistle, Moroni, you have censured me, but it mattereth not. I am not angry, but do rejoice in the greatness of your heart. I, Pahoran, do not seek for power, save only to retain my judgment seat, that I may preserve the rights and liberty of my people. My soul standeth fast in that liberty which the God hath made us free. And now, Moroni, I do joy in receiving your epistle, for I was somewhat worried concerning what we should do, whether we should be just in us to go against our brethren. But ye have said, except they repent, the Lord hath commanded you that ye should go against them. And thus, when Moroni had gathered together whatsoever men he could in all its march, he came to the line of Gideon, and uniting his forces with those of Pahoran, they became exceedingly strong, even stronger than the men of Pachas, who was the king of those dissenters who had driven the freemen out of the land of Zarahemla and had taken possession of the land. Those king men were put to death.